Hello, Internet. Running behind today, but I have arrived. Oh, but maybe everybody doesn't know that I'm doing a show because it's starting a little late. But we'll do the show. See if anybody comes. Before anybody even gets here, I would change to live chat. Ah. Peckerwood first. Ah, the guy. Oh, how are you doing, my friend? What is going on? There is a flying. It's going to bother me. Oh. It's not going to bother me. No, I'm not going to let anything bother me. Everything's great. Everything's awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Ah. What was that? Lego movie. That was that. Yeah. Oh, there's some people watching, just nobody saying anything. Who's here? Chime in. Roll call. Who are my peeps that are watching but not saying anything? YouTube only lies to me in the other direction. It tells me nobody's watching when they are. Pretty sure that it doesn't tell me when people are. Like that number up there in the top, I think is always low. What is up? I'm on live chat too, so it's not that I'm just missing people talking. You guys just aren't. Unless it's stuck or something. Oh, look at that. It was stuck. I just had to change back to top chat so that it would actually register that you guys are here. Oh, Tim's here. Levi Lamb is here. Dot Johnson. There's a place by this name, Levi Lamb. There's a place by this name on 460 west of Bedford, Virginia. Okay, I believe you. It'd be a weird thing to lie about. That's not where I am. I hope it's not like that YouTube is messing up and it's you guys are actually talking and it's not telling me that you're talking. Because I had to like change some things in order to see that people were talking. I don't like having to do that. You guys got to keep talking so that I know that you're still here. Oh, Tim is there. Yeah, YouTube having issues. That never. No, it's true. YouTube is very consistently great at what it does. It's a storefront. Never stopped in. There's a storefront in West Virginia called Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. Is that what it's actually called? Or maybe just wooden things and stuff? Oh, I could see that. There'd be a storefront called Wooden Things and Stuff, and it would be just how it sounds. You would go in and there would be wooden things and stuff. Eric's here. It's in Virginia. Not West Virginia. It's in normal Virginia. Wooden things and stuff. Okay. Yeah, probably a cool place. You should go. Eric Habakabaka's here. Need to get my glasses. Can't read the things. Well, do you need to? Really? I mean, I read them out. So. Sometimes I don't read all of them, though. Sitting around making jewelry because it's too hot to carve. How are you making jewelry by not carving? How are you making the jewelry that does not involve carving? What kind of jewelry are you making that isn't carved? I was gonna make, actually, I shouldn't say I was gonna, I am gonna make, I've already started, for the first year ever, I have started Christmas market stuff already. Because I don't like the feeling of rushing to make Christmas market stuff in November. So I've started already just chipping away at the little things, because at market booths, I've always said, and I will always say, you need variety of price points, and a high percentage of the people who are coming to your booth are not looking to spend very much money. So you need low price point things that are cool and nice. So I'm working on chipping away at all that little stuff, like spoons and spatulas, and jewelry is on my list for this year. I'm going to make a bunch of like necklace pendants and earrings and stuff out of scrap. So that is a relatively soon to happen, theoretically, project, is using up scrap to make little things for low price point shoppers at Christmas market. Beaded Indian jewelry. Sweet. In the air conditioning. Paul's here. Sorry I'm late. Wifey went to emergency room today. Well, geez. She's sleeping now. What did your boy do? I just am guessing that your son did something. No, I hope everything's okay, though. I mean, I was half joking, but I hope everything's good. Yes. Yes. Air conditioning. Good. I am not in the air conditioning, but it's not stupid hot here, thankfully. I was out in the sun all day, though. Well, there was some shade involved, but I'm still pretty beat. That's why I was late starting the show, because work ran long, because it was just a long day of work. Oh. Paul was a good friend yesterday. He wished you a happy birthday. Well, I didn't know it was your birthday, or I would have also. Maybe. I don't know. It's not really a thing that I do. Like, if I see you on your birthday, I'll wish you a happy birthday, but I'm not like going onto the internet every day and seeing which of my friends its birthday it is, and like, she was fine talking to daughter and son, then she went limp. That's really, but blood sugar, yeah. Blood sugar problems. I'm blaming son, because he was involved, and Most of the time when there's medical things happening, it's his fault. So I had the day off for working a different day. No, that was Thursday. I had Thursday off this week because I worked last Sunday. It was Facebook. You know how that is. Well, if I just went on Facebook every day, was like, geez, I hope it's somebody's birthday so I can say happy birthday to them, is some kind of performative, like, look how good a friend I am. Like, not a guy thing. I've never sent out even a Christmas card. I don't know that I've sent out a Christmas card. Does she usually need sweets in her pocket just in case? Is she a blood sugar person? Is that a thing? And she didn't have any? Probably because son ate them all. Mikey B's here. She slept late, got up. We were getting ready to go to lunch. And she didn't have her Werther's Originals in her pocket because your son ate them all. No, hope everything's good. All jokes aside. Todd Laginess, how are you doing, my friend? It sucks. She weighs 115 pounds, probably, because American, and has diabetes. No insulin needed, but Werther's. 115 pounds, that is a very small person. That's a very small person. Five 115. That is a very small person. I bet she's lovely. I hope she's not one of those small angry people. Is she one of those small angry people that's like, you know, the ones that I'm talking about? They're like really little, but they like, I don't know if they're mad about it or something, but like there's some small people that just seem like they're like are a little bit just mad. You get to meet her when we finally get up there. Yeah. Well, if I can see her, like I might just be looking around and being like, do you say your wife was coming? She's a sweetheart. I would hope so. I mean, she might be a little angry that she ended up with. My ex-wife was 5'2", 115, and she was not a happy person. Well, I mean, that might have been because she got diphtheria on her trek across in the covered wagon. No, that was So Paul, about that box. What? I don't know. Consumption. She got polio. Oh, that box. I thought, okay. It took me a second. I was like, Hey, was gonna put it together and mail it today, but spent all day at the hospital. You get your priorities straight. Wow. Wow. Sean McGill's here. McGill, have you always been Sean McGill 9044? Or is that new? I don't remember seeing it. Mike Bennett 4686. Are you guys why does everybody has like numbers all of a sudden? Quahog man still does he doesn't have numbers. Don't know why it changed your name. Yeah, it changed your name, and Mikey B's got numbers. Nobody else has numbers. Well, Levi Lamb has numbers, but I don't know who that is. Or like, I think that he or she might be new. I don't think I've seen Levi Lamb before, so I don't know if his numbers are regular. Weird. YouTube doing YouTube things, I guess. Maybe if they're changing stuff. Hey, YouTube, if you're changing stuff, maybe change it so that the damn screen is flipped back the way it's supposed to be. Fearsome Warrior 42069 as usual. No, you don't have numbers. You're just the same dealie. You're just Fearsome Warrior. There's an old guy living on a mountain in Virginia. Nope, that was West Virginia. I was going to do a song, but that's West Virginia. Take me home, West Virginia. Take me home, that country road. Or something. Does Virginia have a song? Like the song that the word Virginia is in? Probably. Woom Crash. It's the king of garlic mashers. He's on garlic masher number 783. It's Google account name. Yeah, but hasn't that always been your Google account name? And usually it just doesn't show the rest of it. Like, doesn't usually show 4686. And McGill doesn't usually get a 9044 at the end of it. First live I've seen. Well, welcome. Don't be weird. Unless it's the cool way of being weird. Someone took my name for their handle. But if you already had it, then YouTube has a display name. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, why is it all of a sudden showing the other one for some of you? Like, some of you are the same. Some of you are not. Some of you are blue and have wrenches. Watch out for those guys, by the way. If you're new, watch out for the blue names with the wrenches. They'll mess you up. Just be good, weird. Yeah. And don't be mean to me. This is a place where you are kind to the host and don't make fun of him. And we are always polite and kind. Am I blue with a wrench? You are not blue with a wrench, Mikey B. I'm not sure that that's a good idea. So I got and tried the Robust Knockout Bar. Holy crap, it was worth $25 and $6. $25 and $6 to get from Wisconsin to Wisconsin. Oh, $25 and $6 shipping, I imagine is what that means. It's luxurious. It's a luxurious knockout bar. I'm curious. I would like to see a picture. Go to the Reddit and put a pic. I want to see the luxurious knockout bar. Put a picture up on the Reddit. You'd all be in real trouble if I had a wrench. Oh, no, don't make me. I kind of want to see them be in trouble. I changed my display name. LJ Woodworks when I started my channel. And now it's back to, oh, that's right. You're back to Todd Lajeunesse. So it's done. So YouTube has absolutely done something. Mike, no blue for you. Mikey B needs to prove he's not a robot. It's true. Remember that one time when he was like, I just had some delicious salmon? And I was like, whoa, that's not Mikey B. The people make fun of you have wrenches. I know. I gave the wrenches to the hugest jerks. But they are the longer you're around and the more I like you, the more jerkiness you can have. It's like the more I let you get away with it. If I let you get away with being a jerk, it means I like you. And you can have a rent, I guess. I don't know. Paul and I don't make fun of you. Well, when you remember to, you do. But you're forgetful because of old. Hey, Tim, it was just your birthday. Happy 100 and whateverth birthday. Tim got his name in the newspaper this week, probably. Remember back when he used to threaten to fire Pinnell? And say he would pick someone else, and we all replied, not it. I do remember that. Them were good times. Pinnell's been trying to get fired for like 3 years. Now he just doesn't show up. He just shows up whenever he feels like it. So Tim, about that plane. Yeah, he's still got it. I feel like I need to remind him that he still has it because he forgets things because old. I watched the video from yesterday. Nope, just this morning. I mean, I recorded it yesterday, but it came out this morning. I have one. It survived falling and replaced the hose port plastic piece. The only negative thing that I have to say about that sand, well, it's a little bit loud, but so be it. The only real negative about that sander is the 2.5-inch dust port. I just hate that. I hate 2.5-inch dust port because it is going to need an adapter for any dust collection. Like if you're running a 4-inch dust collection, it needs an adapter. If you're running a shop vac, it needs an adapter. There's no standard 2.5-inch. It's just a crappy size dust port to put on a tool. Willard Scott mentioned me on the Today Show. I still have the plane. He also shipped me an egg beater drill. I snuck in a bonus tool. It's true. I would probably have the plane back already if I wouldn't have gotten greedy and just like thrown a bonus tool in for him to fix. The Rockler adapter fits perfect. Well, I don't have Rockler. There ain't no Rocklers here. I made a little box that you clamp the same way the stop plate screws down. Made a little box that you clamp the same way the stop plate screws down. Makes a shroud around the back of belt and above. Made a little box that you clamp the same way the stuff. I'm working through it. Makes a shroud. Oh, so like sort of a. I'm going to put a picture up on the Reddit. I just got a 4-inch, a 2.5-inch to 4-inch adapter, which again, stupid because they make them the same damn size. So it's not like the inside diameter of one is the same as the outside diameter of the other. No, they're exactly the same size. So I just wrapped it in hockey tape and said, the hell with it. I might just send you another egg beater drill. What? Why? Yours is seized up on the chuck. I can't loosen it. But the what still works? The Donner drill works. So I might just restore the Donner drill and ship it. I honestly, dude, sure. I'm not that concerned. I liked the little egg beater drill thing because I thought it was neat and probably kind of old, and it looked like the end of the handle screwed off and you put your little bits in it. Like it was kind of a neat old tool. That's it. Sorry, I had to step away. That's okay. We would not have noticed. Out of town Monday to Wednesday, so get the box together when I get back. Okay. What else, man? I'm not. Other than the fact that I can't finish my guitars. I mean, yeah, I could, but the radius block that is included in there is kind of. It's not the reason, clearly, that I haven't finished the guitars, but it is one of the reasons that I'm holding off on the guitars, is because I'm like, well, I got a radius block coming, so why wouldn't I just wait for it? It's your fault that I haven't finished those guitars, Paul. 4 pieces of thin plywood shroud. Well, this is a very good description. I get a mental picture. Donor. I don't know what we're talking. Oh, you're like the tool that is donating parts to the other. What? I'm clearly not concerned. Blue or pink? Pink, I think. I like this one. This is the strawberry lemonade. This is my favorite of the Powerades. I'm gonna send you a 180-degree radius plug. I have one of those already. I don't need you to send one of those. I have actually quite a few 180-foot radius blocks. No, 180. Burb. All right, Tim, I was watching some car resto videos, and whatever the engine was seized up, they would pour ATF down the cylinder. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a good rule of thumb to live by. If something is seized up, just throw the automatic transmission fluid on it. Whenever something's stuck, you just splash it with ATF. Guys want to see something neat? The nutritionalization station has gotten a couple of upgrades. Well, it's in the process of getting. It's gotten a couple of upgrades, but it's not fully set up yet. So, big picture thinking. Hello. Watch the video. Here's the comment I left. So the video review on this is like the shop stool project, put off for years. I didn't put off the review for years. I just didn't think about going back to it. I did the unboxing video and then I realized like that I hadn't talked about it in 6 years. It wasn't like one day I'm gonna review this. So no, now you just sound stupid. Nutritionalization station upgrade. So this is the old fridge. New, bigger fridge. I just have to transfer everything over from old fridge to new fridge, and then old fridge can go away. And then the dartboard cabinet. I wish I could actually show you. The dartboard cabinet, I took off the wall and I ripped the door in half, and then I edge banded the door and hinged it. So now now the hot plate is going to be on the back half of that, and the front half lifts up and down, so I can put like plates and cutlery and spatula and stuff in it. And bigger fridge. But I just got the fridge and I haven't transferred everything. Right now I have 2 fridges. But I'm going to transfer everything out of old smaller fridge into new bigger fridge. Then get rid of old fridge. If anybody sees Jax, you guys remember Jax always complaining about how he couldn't have a shop fridge because they're expensive and he doesn't have room? It's like, this is like the 4th free shop fridge that I've gotten. Like, people just give them away here. That's the 4th one in this house, and I don't think we've paid for any of them. There's one sitting outside the crow's nest, just like from the apartments next door. It's just like sitting there waiting for somebody to take it. It's like people just give them away. Could hold a lot of bevies. Yeah, it could. It could hold a lot of bevies. It can hold a lot. Unfortunately, it like I broke the. I don't know why they make the divider thing, the removable divider things in fridges. Why do they make those out of glass? That's stupid. I was washing it out because buddy that gave it to me, it was like it had some. It wasn't clean, so I was washing it out on the tailgate of my truck in the driveway, and the stupid divider thing, I was cleaning it, it slipped out of my hand, smashed on my driveway. Why do they make those out of glass? That's stupid. I actually joined Jax's Patreon this week. You're welcome, Jax. If I were you, I wouldn't have done that. Dude's just playing with 3D printers now. Like, it's not as funny if he's not here. The unboxing was fun, including the struggling. But I watched that video back. Man, that was a long time. Like I had needed some beard maintenance that day for sure, and like, yeah, that was pretty early on. Like that was pre. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. There was no like. 2019 was that video. I don't know when stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe came into effect. I want to say pandemic. So it was probably the following year. not sure what was funnier, the struggle or the pants. Why were my pants funny? I don't remember. I wasn't looking at my pants. What are you doing looking at my pants, weirdo? The episode that was during the pandemic on the live streams. Damn, you had hair and were skinnier in the unboxing video? I don't know. I don't know if I was skinnier. I think that's a reach. Blue tartan? Blue tartan pants? I've never owned blue tartan pants. What are you talking about? Maybe you should have worn your glasses when you were watching that. What year was the calendar? 2022? 3? I don't know. I got it over there. $2023 was the calendar. In case you guys don't know, I was a calendar. Because I'm kind of a big deal. My comment a year ago on the unboxing video, I thought initially that it would be pretty cheaply made, but it does wind up looking fairly rigid. Of course that was your comment. Of course. Hope you had clothes on. Almost every image of me in here, I am fully clothed. By the way, those are still for sale. Those are still available. If you want a 2023 Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff calendar, I still have some available. Still has 3 boxes of them. I don't have 3 boxes. I have like a box and a half. They're collector's items. That's right. They are. I sign and number every one. This is number 1 of 25. This is number 1 of 25, hand signed and dated and numbered. So there's only 25 in the world. I have number 1. I think Pinnell has number 2. I think Tyler Peterson has number 3. I think Scotty down in Australia, Scotty Grant, Custom Creations Scott, I think has 4 and 5. Well, he has 1 and his wife has the other. Who else has 1? I think Buddy Brad has 1. Free gift to new Patreon supporters. No, I'm not giving them away for free. These are limited edition. Like, collector's items. You can't just be throwing them around. People got to buy these. They'd be worth money one day. I'll do draws. I'll raffle them or something. Why do I miss all my engagements? Why do you miss all your engagements? I don't know. It'll be good in 2034. See, it'll be good again in 2034, and you would have one of only 25 of these in existence. My handle didn't update. Oh, no, you're good on this end. Now you're Sean Dash McGill. What'd you do? Eric is different too. Yeah, Eric is now Eric Blood Axe. I don't think he was that before. Maybe. I don't know. Looking at my 2023 calendar. Did you get one of these? Did you get a... like I said, I forgot. I think there's only like 8 of them out in the wild. Hands up if you got one of those. McGill, did you get one of those? McGill should have gotten one of those. I should have just sent him one. He gives me enough money. I should give him one. You said I was going to send you one, but it never... That tracks. You can have one. I'll throw it in with the base. That's why I'm late to your appointments. It's not going to help you like make if it. Well, I guess you could put your appointments on it, and it would help you. But I almost got one of those calendars, but I didn't want one. That was mean. Why would I send you one if you didn't want one, though? It was pretty funny. I was probably, let's be honest. I mean, when I said that I was going to send you guys these things, I was probably drunk. Right? Was I drunk? Because I was drunk a lot. It was also like halfway through 2013 when I started following the channel. Yeah, and for a while, I think I discounted them. I was like, if you guys still want one, I'll give you one for like cost. And people were still like, no. Like, I don't even want to make money off these anymore. Just like, do you guys want one? Pay me what I paid for them. And everybody was like, likelihood was in the upper percentages on that one. Yeah, I was probably just like, yeah, you can have a calendar. Oh, smoke time. I'm looking forward to having a bigger fridge. Oh, maybe the shelf from the little one will fit in the big one, and then it wouldn't matter that I broke the other one. On the plus side, I haven't seen a guitar in alive since he stopped drinking. You also don't come all the time, so I have done guitar on the live since I stopped drinking. It's not as frequent, but I absolutely have done it. I had a whole concert night. I brought the amp and the microphone and everything out. In like November? Also, I'll go get it right now. You keep it up, I'll go get it. More room for pork chops. More room for everything. As long as I get another shelf. Otherwise, there isn't really more room for anything. I could just put taller things. Because it's still, if I don't get another shelf for it, then I still only have 2 layers of stuff I can put. I guess I could stack things. I probably started that live with cooking. No, that live, I think I just went straight into the tunes. That was a good show. Shut up. Glad you weren't there. Because it was better. Without that shelf, you will pile up stuff. I would. I already do in the little one. In the little one, already gets like some stuff on top of other stuff. Like the bag of shredded cheese just kind of gets jammed in wherever it can go. I don't know. It's okay. It'll be better. It'll be bigger is always better. No, but it looks nicer. And then with the new like storage bin, I guess it's like I guess it's a cabinet. No, it's like a riser for the hot plate, but the top has a flap, and then you can put stuff in it. The dartboard cabinet now has got a living on its side and has an uppy downy to put plates and stuff in. And then a hot plate on the back, the cutting board on the front. It's a better setup for the nutritionalization station now. All right, Paul's leaving again. But he'll be back. Oh, anybody making anything cool these days? Other than garlic mashers and Telecasters? McGill, you making any sawdust yet, my friend? Hoping you do not mind. But I don't know. Worth effort. I know him. Sean. That's Sean Graham is who that is. Cool dude has pre-order for sanding paddles made for lathe. Sanding paddles. 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch leather with hook and loop in 4 positions. Oh, sounds interesting. I used to watch a lot of Sean, actually. I haven't for a while. He started to grate on me a little bit. I don't know what it was. I can't even really put my finger on what it was about his videos that started to sort of irritate me a little. But nothing against him. He seems like a good dude. Garlic mashers for the win. All the garlic mashers. Had to install a new built-in microwave hood vent. Hey, I did one of those in my house. I learned to wire an electrical socket when I put that in, like a couple years ago. Except I didn't even look when we were shopping for the damn thing to make sure that it had a light in it, and so it doesn't have a light in the hood vent to shoot down at the stove. It sucks. Todd's making bowls. I like supporting that dude. Sean Graham, yeah. Cooked a wire and 15 breaker. Okay. Making a bunch of end grain cutting boards. Hey, I've never made an end grain cutting board. As weird as that sounds, I've just never had an interest in making one. I don't know why. As soon as I'm done with the mashers, I'll make a few nicer copies of the Bridge City DB2 Dead Blow mallet. I don't know what that is, but you do it. I bought two of the lathe sanding dealy things. Where Mike here and Sean are the two people I toss a few dollars on Patreon. Hey! By the way, for those of you who don't know, patreon.com/wooden things and stuff is where these guys are talking about. It's a fantastic place to be. Like, all the cool kids are over there. His son Bo passed last Saturday. What? Whose son Bo? Sean? I didn't know Sean Graham had. I didn't even know he had kids. 8-month battle after a motorcycle accident? Oh, Jesus. And he's crushing out YouTube videos? What the shit? How does he do that? Oh, Rob Cosman's son. Rob Cosman's son? Damn. Every time I made a cutting board, I get to the step of planing after gluing. Then I think about cutting it up again to make it end grain. Then I look at the grain and decide not to cut it up. I would probably do exactly the same thing. I would glue up the thing planning on making an end grain cutting board, and I would get to that phase and be like, no, that's good. That's fine there. Rob Cosman's son. Wow. Motorcycle accident, eh? Wow. Well, I know he's not going to see this, but I am sorry to hear that. That, I can't imagine. End grain sells better for me. Your mileage may vary. Yeah, but does it sell better for you? And are you charging enough for the extra work that has to go into it? I mean, I imagine you probably are. But I don't know that in my market, I mean, maybe I could, but I don't know if in my market I could sell a cutting board for what would need to be double the price for the twice as much work. Maybe I could. I've never tried, but it's just something that doesn't interest me, honestly. I've made two and decided not again until I have a drum sander. That's probably a good idea. A drum sander would be, I think, bordering on a must for that. Also, if I started to make end grain cutting boards, I could see myself going down that rabbit hole and trying to make all the fun, funky pattern things. And then, like, no, I'll leave that to the other people who actually like doing that. You guys can have that. It's like the rustic farmhouse tables and stuff. You guys, other people can have that. I've only ever made end grain. The face grain cutting boards look like any random piece of wood sanded and oiled. Yep. That's what they do. That's what they are. They're pieces of wood sanded and oiled. It's all a cutting board needs to be. I mean, the one that, well, it's upstairs, but the one that is down here in the nutritionalization station is only one chunk of wood. It's just a hunk of cherry that I just chopped up and sanded. Perfectly good cutting board. Like segmented bowls. Same thing. I've done one. That's okay for me for now. I'll leave that to Sean McGill once he gets his stuff up and running. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do with his life, I think. I think he wants to, like, quit his job and make segmented turning. Because he's insane. And his wife's like, don't you fucking dare. Not in it for the money. The money made goes to buying more tools. Yeah, me too. The money I make from here in the shop goes back into the shop. It's not a money-making endeavor. And YouTube is certainly not a money-making endeavor. Drum sanders. Anything you can pass through it makes it worth it. Then space and money comes in. Yep. Drum sander is the next thing on my list in terms of like stationary tools. And I would have it by now. I just don't know where it would live. And I just like, I'm out of space. Segmented bowls won't make mortgage payments. Well, not with that attitude. You just have to do like 3 a day and then sell them. Just be better at it, Sean. Make them faster, charge less money, and turn it into manufacturing. Stop thinking that it's going to be a joyful, fun experience like anything. And you need a drum sander. Yeah, but I mean, with all that segmented bowl money, you can get one. The only reason to ever get a drum sander is end grain boards. Disagree. I don't have any interest in making end grain cutting boards, and I absolutely would use the shit out of a drum sander. Need to be like Olivier Gomez and make them and sell them for like 15 grand a pop. Or, hear me out, just make 3 a day. Then you only need to sell them for, what, couple hundy. 3. Just make 3 a day. Idiot. The shop tour of a German guy with his drum sander on an electric hoist. Shed size shop. Oh, it like drops down from the ceiling? That'd be rad. All my tools are on wheels, move them around as needed. I don't like that system. I understand that system. I just want everything to live where I want to use it. And I know that's unreasonable expectation, but I don't want to have to move stuff around to use it. I already have to pull stuff out to use it sometimes. Like the sander I just did the video on today and my planer both live under the bench and I have to pull them out to use them. That's bad enough. I don't want to have to like move things around to use them. I would pass every board and panel through it. Absolutely. Every and like if I got into making guitars, every piece of wood would go through that thing. But like drop tops and like everything would be going through that. Neck blanks, it's before I edge glue things together. If I was making multi-laminate necks, drum sander. Just rip stuff down on the bandsaw, drum sander, glue it together. See, Paul Waldrop, drum sander is the most used of my tools. And he literally only makes Telecasters. I wouldn't walk under that. I would have to have a lot of confidence in a drum sander suspended from the ceiling. I don't know that I would want that either. It'd be cool, but send everything through my drum sander. All of the Telecaster parts go through the drum sander. When I see a shop where they have 2 identical cabinet carts, I realize how nice it would be parking them together, ideally containing a heavier tool on top and a lighter tool under. Oh, like a cart that has a couple of tools in it? I see. I'm at the point only the jointer is on the floor. Everything else gets pulled away from a wall to use, except the lathe. The only tools I have to move to use them are my 719 alarm. The oscillating belt sander and the planer are the only 2 tools that I have to move to use them. Flip carts, meh. Okay, don't see it being functional enough for me. I can see, I could see it being, I just think I wouldn't, I'm just as likely to not flip the cart around to use the other tool as I am to not pull the tool out from under my bench and use it. Like, I don't see, personally, I just see like, oh, I gotta flip the damn thing over. Like, that's just as much effort for me to just pull it out from under the bench. And I don't have to make a thing to do it. Tom 67M. Everybody's got, I may know who that is, but the YouTube is showing me different versions of people's names. So shop space and wheels on carts. I have carts. It's a jumbled mess. Parking 4 carts together in our sort of raft is ideal. But then why do you need them to be on carts if they're just all parked in a raft? Just make a station. Related to the tools ready to use. Carts packed together tight, save space, but you got to move them out to use. why not just... I guess I'm not understanding why you wouldn't just set up like an island of the tools in a way that you didn't have to move them to use them if they can park all together as an island of tools. Unless, depending on the way they're pointing, they need certain amounts of infeed and outfeed. Like, I guess if a joint, you can't park a jointer right next to something else if you need infeed and outfeed space on it, I suppose. Exactly my point. Wheels let you move them a little when you needed, but it's dependent on your shop. Well, everything is always dependent on the shop. Like, yeah, if you got a big square, it's different than if you have a long skinny. It's different than if you have a little shed. It's different than if you have high ceilings. It's different than if, yeah. Keeltronics. Hey there. See, I don't know what happened. Oh, YouTube's being YouTube. Right now I have a row of carts on one wall. It's working, but I wish it was just a bench sometimes. This is exactly what I was going to do along that wall in the reno phase. I was literally going to do essentially a bench top, but have it in sections where they could come out and go back, just like straight in and out, so that the jointer could be like parked against the wall. But if I needed, if something was going to be too long, I could just like shimmy it straight out and then push it straight back. So it would basically be like a long bench in sections that could go like just straight in and out. That's all I was gonna need. But then I was like, just pop some quick tables up and like it's fine. If you need more length than that on your jointer, like I've got what, 3 feet of infeed and I mean I could just kind of the well, I only have 3 feet of outfeed, so I guess I only need 3 feet of infeed. But if I'm jointing more than a 3 foot long board, I probably shouldn't be using that little benchtop jointer thing anyway. So probably just do it with this guy. I very, very infrequently have to joint a board longer than 3 feet. 4. And if I needed to do 4, I could do it on the little benchtop jointer. And I just like, my bandsaw is on wheels. And I can just move my bandsaw a little bit to give myself the extra space. It's Cheesy Wheezy back again. Or did I hack my own profile? Yes, YouTube did a thing. Neil Tao. All right, later, Paul. We'll see you next week when that box is on its way with the Mexican Coke and the radius block and guitar templates and random pieces of mesquite and oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, there was going to be some Osage, I think you said, maybe, if you could find some, and a shoulder plane and like a Paul box. You guys know what I mean when I say a Paul box, right? And then eventually I'll get a Tim box as well. Someday. I'm gonna make fun of you for not being able to fix that drill. Like, I thought you said you were good at this, Tim. That's why I sent it. If I would have known that you suck at this, I wouldn't have sent you the tools. My jointer is 4-inch. Sure. Are you just like doing edge jointing? I use it as much as anyone with a 6 or 8. Yeah, sure. I use it for edges and small size project parts. Use a planer for flattening faces. Scrub plane and jack 10 minutes. Yep. I got the 8-inch, but I upgraded from a 6-inch benchtop straight knife to an 8-inch benchtop helical head. But not because I wanted the 8 inches of width. I got it because I wanted the helical. I didn't want to mess with knives anymore. And the difference in the price of that unit going from 6 to 8 made it a no-brainer to do the 8. I think the 6-inch of that King Industrial with the helical head was like $600, and the 8-inch was like $770 or something. So paint them pink. He might. I don't know what kind of condition they're going to come back in. They might have like "fuck you" written all over them. I don't know. I mean, he like, who knows? He might just lose them because he's old and he misplaces things. He just turned another year older, just like yesterday. And he's like, just like he's looking around for the plane, and he's like, and then he forgets that he was looking for the plane, and now he's looking for his dentures, and then he finds them in his mouth, like. Oh, my back hurts standing all day on the pavement. And I got to teach tomorrow. What do I teach tomorrow? I teach, Dremel rotary tool carving class tomorrow. Doing necklace pendants again. I used to have to go on drive around town adventures with my stepdad to find his teeth when he would lose them on a night out. Like, you got to go to the different bars and see if he left them there. Like, you're like, okay, we'll try Freddy's next, and they aren't at Freddy's, so you got to go to Sergeant O's and see if they're there, and they're not there, so you got to go to. What was the one in the marina down at the bottom of Rockland here that had a bar in it? We don't have any, our town doesn't have any bars anymore, really. We used to have a fair number, but Sergeant O'Flaherty's was in the coast. Freddy's was in the Anchor, I think. There was a hotel down at the bottom of Rockland here that had a bar in the main floor. Because I went and played pool there sometimes. Bar hopping for teeth. Yep. Wisconsin has the most bars per people. We have bars in our bars. Bars next to bars. It's like in Canada with the Tim Hortonses everywhere. All the places we had to go look in were Courtney and Comox. Oh, okay. Big cheddar cheese, wheezy. I like pool and darts, but with drinks can be dangerous. Well, sure. Depending on how many drinks you have, and anything can be dangerous. I just fell in my damn driveway. I wasn't doing anything. I just fell and smashed my face in my driveway. Bottom of Rockland was Time Out Sports Bar. Was it something else before that or after? I don't think that was what it was called when I went and played pool there. Maybe it was. When? August 3rd last year. That was when I fell and smashed my face, and I decided to stop drinking. I got so drunk that I fell in my own driveway and smashed my face. Had a different name before. See, I thought it did, because I don't remember it being a sports bar. But yeah, maybe it was. That was I was playing in a pool league, I think. And so I played at Sergeant O's. Who did I play for? I think I played for the Sergeant O's team. So that was like our home team location. But we played at a few different places in town. I think I only played like part of a season. Played a couple of seasons in a pool league in Kamloops when I was there going to school. I was a pretty good pool player at one point. Can we talk more about your driveway? I will punch you. Right in the dingleberries. I smashed a damn piece of glass in my driveway yesterday. You want to talk about that? And like the shitty glass that when you break it, it like just explodes. That kind of glass where it just like breaks into just a billion little shards. Haven't played pool in decades. In high school, I haven't played. It's been a long time since I played pool too. In high school, there was a pool hall a block from there. Had study hall right after lunch, so I had like 2 hours and go to the pool hall. Sweet, yeah. We had a couple of pool halls in town, and I got relatively good. And like I said, I played in a league in Kamloops when I was going to school. And then I played a little bit when I worked as a bartender at a sports bar in Kamloops. I wonder if I'd still be any good. I feel like once you know how to play pool and you can see And once you are good enough at pool that you can see the physics and you know the locations on the ball to hit it to go in different places, I feel like it's a little bit riding a bike. Like you're probably, once you're better than a lot of people at pool, I feel like you're always going to be better than most people at pool. But maybe not. It's much safer when it breaks into tiny bits. I just don't know why they make these stupid fridge trays out of glass. Like, doesn't need to be that. And I was just washing it because Seth gave me a dirty ass fridge, and so I'm washing it out on the tailgate of my truck, and it just slipped out of my hand and went all over the driveway. Knowing the physics is good, but knowing the table helps greatly. Well, hopefully you're playing on decent enough tables that you don't need to know the table. But, and I feel like a lot of people who play pool, like it's fun, but they're not all that good at it. And I was actually like pretty good at it. But, I don't know. The glass shelf break when we were transporting it. Nope. Oh, we're just caught up on the, yeah. No, I was cleaning it out and took the stupid glass tray out and I was cleaning off the glass tray and it went out of my hands. There were pool hall tables. Well, they should still be good. Like, good enough that like, yeah, there's going to be shouldn't be wonky enough. If a pool hall table is wonky enough that you like know the wonkiness of it, they should be replacing that shit. Find a better pool hall. Mike had his own cue and chalk that he kept in a felt-lined mahogany case. You're not far off. I never had a felt-lined mahogany case. But I had 2 cues at one point. Did I have 2 cues at one point, or have I owned 2 cues at different points? I don't know the answer to that. I have owned at least 2 pool cues that were like pretty high quality. Just to keep mine in a black drawstring sleeve. See, Mikey B had their own pool cue too. Stop making fun of us. I had a box. It was not mahogany, but it did have latches. Like little suitcase, not little suitcase like click latches, but like little a pool cue in a case. 2 of them. Shut up. Not this place. They had a back room where they had a poker game going on most of the time. Cool. I joke, but I used to own my own cues years ago. It was right after pool was invented. Oh, right. They were made out of mammoth tusk. That you had to hunt yourself. I'm like, no, he's gone. He's gone from like remember when talkies happened to like he's a fucking caveman now. He's hunting mammoths to make pool cues. I had my stick, but it wasn't anything fancy. Mine were, I wouldn't say they were fancy, but they were not inexpensive, especially for me at the time. Now I don't remember what I spent on them, but at the time for me it was a fair bit of money. Do you realize how hard it is to straighten out mammoth tusk? No, I don't, because I'm not a Neanderthal who has had to do that. Every weekend he gets older, right? Pretty soon he's going to be riding around on fucking dinosaurs or something. Actually, I still got the stick now that I think about it. I don't have mine anymore. I had to pawn mine off for bread money when I got super poor. I think he's like 49 years old. Well, mine wouldn't be 49, but when I would have been, it would have been about two. If I still had my cue, it would be the thing that has been with me the longest, because I got that before I got my ovation. So right now, the thing that has been with me through the most of my life is my Ovation Celebrity guitar. The pool cue would be if I still had it, but that only came with me till about 2004, 5, something like that. Where would we even go play, Mike? They got like 3 tables at the bowling alley, but every time I've been in there, they've been like jam-packed full. I think they've got 2, I think, at the curling rink. In the lounge upstairs at the curling rink, they have a couple of tables. I don't even know where else. That might be it. That might be it. Sold my pool cues and bowling balls years ago. Never owned a bowling ball. Mikey B owns bowling shoes, though. He played league bowling, I think. I think he was like I played league pool. I think he played league bowling. By the way, Pinnell isn't here. And I already told him anyway. But last weekend's family movie night, we watched the Minecraft movie. And I don't care what anybody says. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. It didn't pretend to be anything it's not. It knew what it was. And it hit the notes. And that was a good movie. I don't care. I just Googled bowling alley, JJ's. We're not going to JJ's. And the Eagles. Yeah, I always forget about the Eagles way out there in Campbellton. The curling rink, at least 4 years ago, had 2 tables upstairs in the lounge. Hell, if we're gonna go play pool for a few hours, like I wouldn't mind going down to Courtney if they have like an actual pool hall where you can like pay by the hour instead of like with loonies in the machine in the like a. Speaking of League of Legends is the sponsor of this live. It's absolutely not. The sponsor of this live is my friends at patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. They are the supporter. They are the sponsors of all of my lives. Did I just watch my thumbs go down? Did somebody just dislike this? I mean, why are you here? What do you think this is going to be? Like literally the title just says like we're just gonna hang out and talk. That's what we're doing. Watch the Minecraft movie that was leaked. I didn't see it. About 20 minutes of different scenes with unfinished CGI. Okay. Everyone hit the like, share, and subscribe, and then notification bell, and then smash the whatever. I do miss lathe time. Well, we'll get back to lathe time once the lathe is back to fully operational. And on days when I'm not exhausted from work. Once I get the bearings fixed on that, and that one goes down to the crow's nest, and the 1216 comes back up, maybe I'll start doing, I don't know, maybe I'll start doing like a second show where we make something. Because on Saturday nights after work, I just really don't have the energy to like be working on stuff. But I'm not averse to possibly doing like a Tuesday night making stuff live show where we just spin the lathe for a bit or work on something. The problem is, one of the problems is, if I'm making stuff on the live show, I'm not recording it for an edited project video. And most of the stuff that I make, I record for project videos. So I like Mike's never had this food before. I like that too. I don't have one tonight. I was going to cook dinner though, but then I ate like a pretty good sized meal halfway through the day. So I'm not really hungry. And I got an extra fridge in the fucking way. So that's kind of messing with my feng shui over there. I'd be down for a second show. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think it would be like a weekly second show, but like once in a while, just pop up on a Tuesday and spin the lathe for a bit or something like that. Think you've hit the maximum capacity for the amount you can actually do and then edit and then put out while surviving in the wild. I think I agree with that. The goal of doing weekly videos this year, I am probably going to dial back next year. I will not continue into 2026 because the churn is There are some weeks where it's like, and then I just put out a, like, there, we're jamming. Jamming in Seth's Garage video week. Just build stuff for Christmas, stuff you can build in your sleep. Well, that's it, right? Like, if I was going to be doing building stuff during live shows, it would be stuff that I've either already recorded videos of me doing. So I'm not going to make another, like, I'm not going to make another edited video of making pens, unless it's like a new kind of pen that I've never made or something like that. But yeah, just like crushing out stuff for Christmas market, like pens and bottle stoppers and that kind of stuff. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Random little bowls. But even that, like, I put out a bowl turning video, like, people watch that. So if you notice an increase in views, well, not per video, like, but it adds up, right? So, like, if 600 or 700 people are watching a video and I'm doing them once a month versus 600 or 700 people watching a video and I'm doing them every week, and I don't get those kind of numbers on all my videos. So I don't know. Overall, not really. Make a segmented bowl. I will absolutely do that eventually. Once I get the sledgy wedgie or whatever it is called going. Sledgy wedgie? Wedgie sled? Kind of like tool haul videos. There's pages that's all they do. Yeah, no, I know. I don't have any interest in that. Make a garlic masher. You've made enough garlic mashers for the both of us, my friend. Meant per video. Some people recommend weekly videos. I know. I haven't seen an increase per video, or like the algorithm isn't favoring me because of frequency. If that's the actual question you're asking, YouTube has not like favored me because of consistent weekly videos, and now it's showing them to more people, so I'm getting more views or anything like that. That's not a thing that's happened. But part of that is because of what this channel has turned into, I think. Like, if I was doing a weekly video and every one of them was a woodworking project, it might be different than if I'm doing a weekly video and some of them are tool talk things and some of them are woodworking, some of them are me playing in music in the garage with my buddies, and some of them are me talking about not drinking, and some of them are just random, like, whatever. Like, maybe that's part of the problem, is people don't know what they're getting from this show anymore. Wedge sled, whatever it's called, the thing that you gave me. I prefer cows over chickens. Both have their place. I don't have the YouTube lingo down yet. Yeah, no, if what you're asking is, has the making of weekly editing and releasing a video every week positively impacted my channel in terms of increased impressions? No. Some our Mike's never had this food before. Some what? Some cows or chickens? Has there ever been a Mike's never had this food before that was a cow or a chicken? The algorithm has been pushing my lives for some reason. Last couple hit 180,000 views. Well, you're obviously doing vertical lives, so they feed into the stupid garbage shorts feed. And those views are garbage. They are Everyone who watches vertical videos sucks. I just like bashing on stuff sometimes. I was talking about that with somebody today. I was like, sometimes I just decide that I'm just going to rip on something for no reason. Like, remember the time I just tore into Arkansas for no reason? People can like vertical shorts and stuff. They can, that's fine. They can like that. They can have that. Some people like cilantro. Go ahead. Some people like tomato soup. You have your blended up tomato slop. It's fine. Hot, thick tomato juice. You have it. Eat it while you're watching vertical videos. You're only recommended to people with attention deficit disorder. I recommend it to whoever YouTube decides to recommend me to. Honestly, I'm past the point of worrying about it. I'm just going to make my shows. I'm going to do my thing out here in the shop and here on my channel. That's my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if people want to watch it, they can watch it. And if they don't, they can not. Yeah, vertical lives, and some people prefer Coke over Pepsi. Yeah, intelligent people. People who aren't stupid. It's a pretty loud car. And like not in a good way. Oh. Whew. I'm pretty tired. Maybe we're getting close to the end for tonight. Do I have to prep anything for tomorrow? I think I have enough random wood blanks to teach Dremel carving tomorrow. I mean, I think I only have three. Yeah, I think I have 3 students in it. I've got a pretty good selection of random little chunks of wood for us to work with. So, bring my whiteboard down there to do some edumacating on with the diagrams and stuff, and then we'll just get to chopping away at pieces of wood with spinny burrs. Are these absolute beginners? Yes. These are people, most of the time in this class, most of the time, the people that I'm teaching have either never used a power tool in any way, or they have used very, very few power tools and many years ago. And they're usually people, for this class, they're usually people who are thinking about incorporating wood in some form in their art. And they're thinking that this might be a good entry point for doing that, which it absolutely is. And it's just a matter of like sort of discussing. This class is actually, I think it's a cool class because it's actually more about the physics of how tools interact with wood in different directions and the biology of wood itself and grain orientation and in relationship to a blade interacting with it and things like that. So it's kind of like a very intro to woodworking in general in terms of the theory of it. And then let's play with some spinny things that are relatively safe and piddle away at little mini things. I specifically chose a Pepsi the other night in the hopes that it would irritate you slightly. Everybody can like what they like. You can eat tomato soup and drink your Pepsi and put cilantro on whatever. It's fine. What do they make when they are done? Sometimes nothing. Sometimes we don't finish a thing, but usually we're working towards little necklace pendants, little leaves, and shapes and things. I wish I had some. They're just little sort of necklace pendant things. You can you're just drawing a little thing on a little 1/4 inch thick piece of wood and then learning the interaction of the way that the tool likes to cut versus not liking to cut, and developing a feel for how spinning thing this way, if you move it this way, wants to take off on you, and if you move it towards yourself, it cuts nice, but if you're cutting against the grain, it'll fray up, and like those types of things, right? So sometimes people get all the way through a necklace pendant, but it's usually, sometimes it's people who have bought one, like they bought a rotary tool, but they want a little bit of confidence before they turn it on. But usually it's people who are just like, wood looks cool. This class looks kind of interesting. Let's see. And a part of what I get to do is make little necklace pendants that I can then build up and sell at Christmas market. But I think I'm going to actually sit down and I might do a video on just making a batch of little mini necklace pendants with a rotary tool and scraps, and just to build up a supply for Christmas market. Just little leaves and shapes out of pretty woods, and pop a hole in the top so you can get a jump ring and a string. I would watch that video. Well, I plan on making it. So far so good with my 2025 weekly videos too, in terms of like, I said in my resolutions video, I was like at least one per month. Woodworking project, tool talkie, other, or whatever I said. And we're 6 months, we're halfway through the year. This is the halfway point of the year in terms of shows, or in terms of weeks. And I was making a list. I have done 6 woodworking projects, and I think 6 tool talkies. What trim router I did? Is the trim router all you need? What hand planes do you really need? The oscillating belt sander that just went out today. I got a new drill. That's 4. What else? I'm sure that because I was trying to keep them to 1 a month at least. I'm trying to think, it's been this, we're through the end of the 6th month of the year. Any of you guys remember? Me too. Okay, cool. At least I'll get at least 2 views if I do that video. Actually, the spoons and spatulas one did relatively okay. It's still getting a few numbers, but like, people watched that. The tool ones tend to do pretty okay like long term, because they're the ones that will come up when somebody is searching like rigid oscillating if they're shopping for tools or whatever. Like that's where those ones get their views. But the spoons and spatulas is actually did pretty okay, like over its first couple weeks. Trim router, plain wall, oscillating spin center, new drill. I'm sure that I did one a month. Tool talkies. Did I do one about finishing? No. Or finishes? I don't think I did. I thought about it. I have to go back. I'd have to scroll back in the list and see what else I did. But I thought that I was managing to do like complete my goal in terms of woodworking, tool talk, talkie, and other. And the other has usually ended up being like a music. Which not very many people appreciate, which is fine. They can suck. You go eat your cilantro and your tomato soup. Watch your vertical lives and missed the trim router one. Better go back. There you go. You watch it a couple times to make up for it. Did you do one on the bandsaw? Not this year. I have done a how I set up my bandsaw, like a bandsaw setup video a few years ago now. Didn't do one this year. Didn't do one this year though. I'll go back later and I'll look. Because I thought I was keeping up. Oh, let's look around. I started. Well, I've got the chainsaw one started. I got the Beaver Chuck one started. I've got the new face shield review started. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm gonna do my own thing on my channel. It's my channel. If you want to come along, you come along. If you don't, I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Go eat cilantro and tomato soup. Drink Pepsi while you watch vertical videos. And listen to Doja Cat like an idiot. Tim just keeps saying, you did, So that's cool. Thanks for being helpful. What planes you really need? That's right. Trim router, my planes and what planes you really need. Oscillating belt sander, new drill. That's 4. I should have 6 if I'm keeping up. Jigsaw, no, Jigsaw is an old video. Did I do on getting my new staple gun? No. Yeah, don't know. Didn't do one on the little mini planes. Books. I called a tool. That's right. I called woodworking books a tool in my own mind to justify that one. That's 5. Tim's looking back through the catalog right now. He's like, what else would he have called a tool? Maybe we'll just wait for Tim to let us know. Thanks, moderator Tim. That's why he's got the fancy blue wrench, you guys. Books are a tool of knowledge. Books are absolutely a tool that you can use to increase your abilities in the shop. New drill. Yep. Trim router. Books. What planes do you need? Oscillating spindle sander. And maybe I failed. It's possible that I did. I just do. Like I said, I've got a couple started. I got the DeWalt Weed Whacker thing started too. Even did some more recording for that video just like a couple weeks ago. Stapler, question mark? Hand operated one from Lee Valley with a special feature requires a little force to actuate. Nope. I bought another DeWalt so that because I'm me and I just like didn't feel like looking for mine. So I went and got another one. And so now I have one that's set, I keep staples in it, and one that I keep 3/8" brad nails in. So I've got a brad nailer stapler and a stapler. Yeah. Because why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you have one for brad nails and one for staples? And a video on how your resolutions were going. I can't have called that one a tool. That was a talkie. There's talkies, and then there's tool talkies. And then there's other, and then there's woodworking video. And I mean, I even kind of cheated a little bit on the woodworking video because I'm calling breaking down cherry slabs as a woodworking video. I mean, I did work wood, so... But like I didn't make anything. I made smaller boards. I made bigger, cheap pieces of wood into smaller pieces of wood. Woodworking. I mean, that's what woodworking is. It's making bigger pieces of wood into smaller pieces of wood and then sometimes attaching them together in different ways. When you break it down, like that's what woodworking is. Okay, maybe one more smokerette. Then I think I'm off to bed, even though it's only like 8 o'clock. Oh, for those of us who are interested in my video game story, I guess my story about how me and Boy have gotten into video games. If you'll remember, we started with Breath of the Wild was like the first, like Mike gets back into playing video games because he can spend time with his boy that way. And we've been going through different video games. We just started one of the recent Tomb Raiders. And damn, like it's pretty good too. Like video games have gotten a lot better. I gotta say, like today's video games are not the video games of yesteryear for sure. All right, later, Keel. Almost bought a Ryobi brad nailer today with my side gig funds. Those side gig funds are for an electronic drum kit. You know that. Those are for e-drums. Those funds. Or like maybe new heads for your actual drums or new cymbal or something. Those are music funds. Oh, that guy's big. He's loud. He sounds big. Oh, he escaped. Doesn't he already have a kit? Yeah, he's got a kit, but he needs a practice one for at home. That's because he's not transporting his drums to and from band practice all the time. They live over at Seth's place where we jam, and he wants to be able to play in between. And I also want him to be able to play in between, so that he'll stop sucking at drums. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It was funny, though. It was funny. Marketplace, if you can get some clown to respond. Yeah, well, we were actually talking, that's how this conversation got started, is we were talking about electronic drum kits, and how they come up pretty frequently on Facebook Marketplace for not very much money, like less than a couple hundy. So the hard part is dealing with the peoples. Well, but you only have to deal with them for a couple minutes. And really the only hard part is dealing with the people if you want to like negotiate. If somebody puts something up for sale and it's more than you want to pay for it, just don't fucking buy the thing. Don't, like, if I put something up for sale, it's the price that I want you to pay for it. Don't, like, I'm not going to put stuff up for sale for more than I'm going to take for it and then negotiate. Like, life's too short. If I got something, if I put a guitar up for sale for $100 and somebody says, "Well, you take 75," I tell them to get fucked. Like, if I would take 75 for it, I would have put it up at $75. Like, just found it super hard to get people to answer a message. Well, then they're not interested in selling their thing. I hate this new trend of lowballing before even seeing the thing in person. It's just like, you don't go into a store and look at the thing on the shelf and be like, well, it says $90 on it, but would you take 70? No, they won't. Like, if the thing is for sale for X number of dollars, it's for sale for X number of dollars. Stop it. If you don't want the thing for X number of dollars, then you don't want the thing bad enough. If nobody wants the thing for X number of dollars, maybe the person will lower the price themselves because they realize that they've been asking too many dollars for the thing. Think there's a legit lowball culture on Marketplace? Well, they probably watch vertical videos. I lowball people on eBay all the time. Isn't eBay like auctioning stuff? Like, isn't that a bidding site? I guess you can just sell things on there, but then don't you have to click the box that says like, or make me an offer? I don't mind considering a lower sale price if you give me a decent reason, like there's a flaw I'm unaware of or poorer condition than I thought it was. Sure, yeah. Like if you come to pick it up and it's got a big fucking hole in it that you're like, oh, I didn't actually see that there was a big hole in it or whatever. But I mean, that's about disclosure and honesty and stuff, right? Yeah, if they notice something that you didn't notice that's a flaw in the thing, okay, sure, maybe. But like, my problem is, of the many things I need to sell, I value them very low, not enough to bother selling. Just give them away then. If you don't want them, if you want them away from you, but they're not worth enough to actually go through the effort of selling them, just give them to somebody. Just say, who wants this? Donate it to a restore. They'll sell it, and they'll do the annoying part of selling it to people, and then they'll use the money to build houses in your community. eBay auctions are a rarity. If they enable make an offer, sure, yeah, but that's them saying I am willing to listen to offers. If I put up something that says $75 or make me an offer, then I don't have a case here. If I say I'm selling this guitar for $75, don't message me and say, will you take $50? I will burn your house down. I won't. Jonathan James, late but here. That a guy. I work in an opportunity shop. What's that? A thrift store. Okay, just keep reading. And people want to barter there. No. Trash to me, but unsure. Usually value on it, but not as it exists. Ski exercise machine, prime example. Technically worth a few thousand, but nobody's going to buy it. But if you don't want it anymore, sell it for what somebody will buy it for. Get it the hell out of your house. It's just in your way. It's just in your way. Did you get it's yeah, sure, it might be worth a couple $1,000, but if nobody will buy it for more than $200, guess what? It's worth $200. Because that's what something is worth, is what somebody will pay you for it. Get the $200 and get it out of your house. And then take a saw over to Bad Axe and give it to them to give them the $200 and have them sharpen some of your saws or whatever. Then your ski machine turned into having sharp saws. They're done. It's not in your way anymore. You have sharp saws. Somebody has a $200 ski machine that they're going to put laundry on for a bit and then sell. Because nobody uses the ski machine. They just think they're gonna. And then somebody's going to be like, hey, hon, look. This is like $2,000 ski machine, and a guy only wants like $300 for it. And they'll buy it, and then they'll use it twice, and then it'll sit there and collect laundry, and then they'll sell it for a couple $100. Or they'll put it out at the curb, and somebody will take it for free. Whatever. The circle of stuff. Problem, I took this sharpening class from Bad Axe for 5 days. Well, then spend the $200 on a couple more books from Lost Art Press. Trade your ski machine for a couple of books from Chris. Like, you don't have all of them. Buy a new cheap crappy guitar for sitting around the campfire. Wait. Do you play guitar, Matt? I don't know if I know that. No, Tim does. Problem, I own all of Lost Art Press's books. You don't own all of their tools. You could buy one of their little caliper things or whatever for a couple $100. A little dovetail gauge or something. Marking knife. I don't know. You know what I'm getting at. Shut up. Stop poking holes in my system here. Poorly. Still stuck on learning chords. That's a good place to get stuck. Learn them. You get another guitar, hang it on the wall. It takes up less room than the ski machine. And it's up on the wall, and it looks pretty. And maybe you're going to use it one day. Unlike the ski machine. I'm out here changing lives. This is good advice, Matt. You can buy a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff marking knife. Wait, I think you did that. Did you do that? I think you did that. You could buy a 2023 Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff calendar. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Yeah, right? And a calendar. See? Beckerwood knows. How did you know I have my eyes on an ESP Arrow? Because everybody who even tries to play guitar always knows the next guitar. That's a thing. Even if you play guitar badly, you still know the next guitar. Pretty sure. And you get rid of the ski machine for a couple hundy, you're that much closer to that guitar. Do it. Okay, let's get it wrapped up. I think we've given Matt enough life advice for tonight. I hope that next week he comes in and he says, hey, somebody took the ski machine for $300 and I went and bought the guitar. I hope that for you. Or you can keep saving your money. You just take that $300, put it in an envelope. Don't put it in the bank account because you'll spend it on fucking McDonald's or whatever. Put it in an envelope labeled guitar. And then you save up for a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff guitar. Because that guy is going to get better at making guitars. And he'll sign it and everything. Okay, let's give it a go for tonight. Brought it up because I had a few things I put as free and feel like I should ask something for, but it'd take a long time. Yeah, sure. Well, it won't take a long time if you're selling it for not as much money as people are going to be willing to pay for it. That's what I'm getting at. Just sell it for way less than it's worth. Because it's worth more to you to not have it anymore. Like any day now, I'm going to start selling off some of these old crappy guitars that I don't play. So that I can put money towards a guitar that I might play. Or parts for making guitars that I might play or sell or whatever. I don't need however many guitars I have. Like 11 or some shit. When I only ever played 3 of them. Yeah, it's accurate. The Takamine, Celebrity, and the 12-string. I play 3 of my guitar. I don't even play the guitar that I made. I don't need all these guitars. I don't need a Beaver Creek and a Squire thing and a Austin something or other, a Jackson with a broken headstock. I don't need these things. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Make sure you click the thumb button on your way out. Watch that video that I released today about the oscillating belt sander thing if you haven't yet. Put a comment on that video saying how awesome it is. Head over to patreon.com/wooden things and stuff if you want to help support the channel and buy a Linda mattress and download the Raid Shadow Legends. Don't do either of those things. Those last 2. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being you. Everybody go and have a week being who you are. And be kind to one another. Life's too short to be dicks. Bye for now. See you next week.